Hey everybody, how's it going? Back with a pickup video. I haven't done a video in quite a while, but I have quite a lot of my hair is really sticking up. I have quite a bit to show from my Criterion haul during last month's, or I guess early this month. Barnes & Noble had their 50% off sale, and I really took advantage. Luckily, it actually fell during my birthday, so I had my wife, my sister, and my sister-in-law all just kind of buy me movies, and I bought some for myself. So I think I have like, I don't even know, maybe 15 or so here. Let me try and count quick. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So close. I'm gonna get right into it. I've seen some, haven't seen all, but I'm gonna talk about the ones that I have seen, and I'm gonna start it off. These are in order of their spine number. The first one is the 400 Blows. I just watched this for the first time about an hour ago, actually. It's by Francois Truffaut. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. And it's just basically about this kid. He's probably about 14 or 15 or so, who kind of can't stay out of trouble. I wouldn't say he's from a broken home, but he's from a home that I think he feels like he doesn't get attention that he needs, and kind of acts out in school. And just about him kind of going and dealing with his problems with his parents. His parents kind of are in a weird relationship. They fight a lot, and they're kind of struggling in late 50s France. It was good. I enjoyed it. I didn't love it. I don't know if I was expecting more, but it was a good kind of coming of age story. Yeah, so 400 Blows. I'm not going to talk too much about these because it's going to take quite a while. But the next one I have is Tokyo Story. This is one I have not seen yet, and this is from Yasuhiro Ozu. I have not seen any Ozu films, although they come highly recommended. I listened to the Criterion cast, I think it's called, and they did a whole episode on Ozu films, and I know that this is kind of at the top. This is one of Roger Ebert's 10 best films of all time. He's a guy that I like to read when I watch old films and see what he thinks. And this is one, again, that came highly recommended. It's over 2 hours long. This is one I kind of have to just block out some time for and watch, but I love Japanese cinema, and this is one I'm really, really looking forward to checking out. Next is Roberto Rossellini's War Trilogy. This includes Rome Open City, Paisan, and Germany Year Zero. This was great. As a collection, it was great. I loved Rome Open City. It was definitely my favorite of the three. Paisan, I don't know what I was expecting, but I didn't love it. It was very strange. It was kind of broken up into, I think it was 6 parts. It was kind of 6 mini stories within the whole post-war Italy, period, I guess would be the right word to say. It was kind of just, like I said, broken down. Each story was about 15 minutes or so. Some were better than others. As a whole, I did enjoy it. I was expecting I wasn't expecting that type of film, but I did enjoy it. And then Germany Year Zero was great as well. That took place in Germany, I think just immediately after the war. And it followed a kid in his family, kind of just trying to put the pieces back together, trying to survive. His brother was a former SS soldier in World War II. I believe he was in an SS. He might have just been. I don't know if that's exactly true. I believe it was. But if not, you can let me know in the comments below. And kind of him fearing turning himself in and coming out as the Allies kind of took over the reins in Germany. And it was about a kid who kind of helped keep his family afloat. He tried to find work. He stole just to put food on the table in a very difficult time. Collectively as a whole, it was very good. I'm glad I picked this one up. Again, 50% off. Regularly $100, I got it for 50. I was really happy with that. Next is Dazed and Confused. This comes in a cool kind of slip cover with a lot of goodies on the inside. This is one I had not seen, and then once I picked it up, I obviously did watch it. It's kind of like a who's who. I shouldn't say that. Maybe that's giving it too much. But the early start, these are maybe their first films for Matthew McConaughey and Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck had a minor but memorable role, and McConaughey obviously had his more iconic role which people still like to quote today. This is basically the last day of school in 1976. It follows the incoming, I guess, the people who will be juniors who are going to be seniors, and then the incoming freshman class. There's like a hazing ritual where the guys chase the incoming freshmen and hit them and beat them with like mallets or paddles, and the girls kind of just make the younger girls kind of do, I guess, what would be like, sorority type stuff, and just kind of a good, high school, I wouldn't say like an American Pie type, but just kind of I used it earlier, but another coming of age type story, just following these kids as they kind of deal with the problems that most kids, at that age kind of deal with, and dealing with authority and what people want from them and what they want for themselves. And just, it was good. It was a really good cast of characters. You had jocks, you had kind of the nerdy kids, and just kind of everyone dealing with the stuff that comes with getting older at that point in your late teens or your mid-teens, but more with a comedic element as well. Really, really good special features in this. Has a really good documentary featuring Richard Linklater, and McConaughey's in it as well, with some old videos, old interviews. They have auditions and stuff like that, so it's cool. It was a really good package. I gotta start moving through these. The Thin Red Line, this is a Terrence Malick film. I haven't watched this one yet. I have seen the movie, but I haven't watched this copy yet. It's a great World War II movie. I believe it's, oh no, I'm sorry. It's from, is it World War II? I can't remember. It's been a while since I saw it. I want to say World War II, but I could be wrong. Yes, World War II, I'm sorry. And I think it's in, yes, the Asia Pacific portion of World War II. Really, really great movie, but like I said, I haven't seen this. I haven't seen the special features that come with it. Easy Rider, this is one that I've heard great things about. I have never seen it, so this is what I try to do with this sale. I try to pick up movies that I haven't seen before, and this is on the list to watch. Blowout, this is one for my wife. This one I have seen. I loved it, with John Travolta and Nancy Allen. Not to be a spoiler, but the movie's almost 40 years old. John Travolta is a sound man, and he kind of witnesses a murder and kind of an investigation, and it's like a mystery type deal involving a politician, and it's really good. This was actually the first movie I watched that was on Filmstruck, the Criterion film service, which I highly recommend. Yeah, this was good. I'm looking forward to watching it again. On the Waterfront, this is another one that is pretty iconic, one that I had not seen. This one was more expensive, actually. This was regular 50, so I obviously paid 25. It was fantastic. Marlon Brando was phenomenal. Just from start to finish, it's a really gripping tale. I love the grittiness of it, and just it was shot on location, I think, in Hoboken. As a New Yorker, I love watching New York films, especially from this time period. It's about corruption and unions and stuff like that, and kind of doing the right thing, and kind of going against the grain of what people want you to do, and just doing what's right. And Marlon Brando delivered an iconic performance. Obviously, the cab scene with his brother is one of the most memorable scenes in movie history. So On the Waterfront, great supplements as well, including a interview with Martin Scorsese about how much he loves this film. So really, really recommend this packaging. Next is Persona. This is a Ingmar Bergman film I have not seen. This is another one that I think is kind of one of the must-haves from the Criterion collection, and I'm really looking forward to jumping into this one. Next was The Beatles, A Hard Day's Night. I was really on a Beatles kick. I love the Beatles, as I think most people do. I had never seen this, and I really enjoyed it. It was cool seeing them, acting kind of really at the height, or just maybe at the start, I should say, not the height. This is 1964, kind of just at the start of Beatlemania, and it was good. It was a cute movie, pretty lighthearted, and it's cool. It's the see, I'm reading the back, and it says 1 month after they exploded on Ed Sullivan Show. So yeah, really great. I don't really know if I have to say much more about A Hard Day's Night, but this is one I was happy to Next is La Dolce Vita. This is one I have not seen before, but I'm a big fan of Federico Fellini. He did, at least I think he did 8½, which I liked a lot. Yeah, so another one I'm big. I love watching Italian films. This is one that's super long, as I'm looking right now, 174 minutes, so just under 3 hours. This is one I also have to set aside some time for to watch. My wife picked this one out, A Room with a View. It is a comedy, a romantic film from the late 80s, starring Helena Baum-Carter. I never know if I pronounced that correctly. And Daniel Day-Lewis is in it as well. I started watching it and I was really tired and I fell asleep. So I have to give this one another try, but I'm looking forward to it. I'll watch anything with Daniel Day-Lewis. Hitting the end here, The Manchurian Candidate. This is one I don't know too much about, but I've heard the name before, and I believe Frank Sinatra is in it, which is great. Big fan of Frank's, and yeah, this is one I don't know much about, but I have to jump into. And lastly, my wife, this is the third one she picked out because she liked the cover of it. This is Stanley Kubrick's Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. Really cool cover. Nice slip out case here. This is one I'm looking forward to. Another one I don't know much about. So like I said, I tried in this to not buy movies that I've seen before, and it succeeded. So it was good. I have a lot to watch over the next coming months until the next sale in November. So guys, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and let me know what you guys picked up in the comment section below. I'm always looking for suggestions on titles to pick up in the Criterion collection. So thanks so much, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.